Making money in a bull market, it's easy, right? But how do you make money in a market that moves sideways? Do you ever move sideways? Today we're going to find the answer to all those questions. So continue watching if you want to know how to make money in a market that goes sideways. Hello there everyone, I hope you're having a beautiful day. So today I want to show to you guys how to make money in a market that goes sideways. I'm just going to share a few fundamental principles with you guys, and by sharing those fundamental principles you'll learn how to become a better trader. So do continue watching. I will also make a prediction about the price targets, and yeah, yesterday we also hit our price target with a 0.2% accuracy. So do pay attention when I give you these price targets. This is one of the only channels on YouTube where I give price targets every single day based on what's going to happen in 24 to 48 hours. So you know exactly what's going to happen, right? I'm not going to say that Bitcoin is going to 100K with 2 months accuracy, but at the WhatsNext Global Channel, we make daily predictions so you know exactly what to do. I do the heavy lifting, and then you can just mark some levels on your chart and you'll see what happens, right? You don't have to trade on it. You don't have to do anything with them. You can just see and check whether I was right and whether the market reacts to it. So for now, I just want to share with you guys how I like to trade when a market is going sideways. So I already shared with you guys that a market is never truly going sideways, because as we are moving sideways, we are moving inside a range. This is called a range, and it is like a box. Basically, this can also be called a range. And yeah, you have ranges on lower time frames and higher time frames. Basically, what I want to share with you guys is how to trade a range on around the 4-hour time frame. These principles also apply to other time frames, but for now, I just want to share with you guys the 4-hour time frame. So one of your best friends when trading these zones, when trading these ranges, is the fixed range volume profile. So if you go to the left of your screen right here, you'll have the fixed range volume profile, and then you can use it to your advantage to see where the volume is in a range. Now, why do you need to know where volume is in a range? That is because wherever there are orders being opened, there can also be orders closed, right? Maybe you put your position to break even, but the most important part is you know where the most orders were being opened, and then a reaction often follows in that area. So what I just did is I used this range from here to here. I could also do it all the way like this, right? And then I have this entire range over here, for example. Let's try to show it. Like, I could do this as well, but I prefer to only look at the range I will be trading, which is the range right here. So you can see this red line right here. This is called the point of control. So right here, we have the point of control. I'm going to mark it with this line right here so it becomes a little bit more clear. And we have a value area high over here, and we have a value area low over here. Now, one of the pioneers that does this is Chart Champions. So big shout out to Daniel from Chart Champions, who pioneered this technique really and brought it to the masses. But basically, what I like to do is I like to do a little bit different. I also like to use my supply and demand strategy. So these imbalanced candlesticks followed by an engulfing. The white candlesticks on my chart, you can get them like so, less than 50% body candle. And then I use this one right here from Amina EST. So I mark these levels on my chart, and then I also mark my own levels on the chart. Then after doing that, sorry guys, after doing that, I also mark a Fibonacci retracement tool. So you see, I have the volume profile. I know where the bulk of the volume is. So right now we are rejecting this point of control almost perfectly. We are rejecting this supply zone almost perfectly. And that's a beautiful way to trade the markets, right? You know that there's a bulk of volume there. So you also know that it's likely to reject over there, right? So we see that the high over here was there. We see that the high over here is there. Basically, it's just an area that gets rejected often. So very often you will see that the price wants to move towards the value area low, and then go to the point of control, try to reclaim the point of control to then move to the value area high, or reject the point of control to then retest here. So you have to understand that the market needs liquidity to move, right? So you need to get more gas right here in order to rocket all the way here, or you need to reject right here, get some more gas right here. Basically see it like a rocket that needs fuel, and you get fuel on the lows and on the highs of a range in order to move to the other side, because you need trap traders, you need positions, you need people that short, you need people that long, you need liquidations. All these things, they contribute to market movements, right? You need to open your positions. So if you go all the way down to $10, then of course you're going to see massive buying power, right? If you go all the way to $1 million, of course you're going to see massive selling power, right? Because some people want to sell their Bitcoin at $1 million. I would. So basically at every price there is a seller or a buyer, and there is a reaction to that specific price point. That's all you need to know. So for now, what I want to do is I also want to use my Fibonacci retracement tool. If you don't really know how to use this tool, then I suggest you watch the Day Trading Basics series on our channel. I do explain the Fibonacci retracement tool from beginning to end. So right now we are rejecting around 0.382. These are the levels I'm looking at. These are the settings I have for my Fibonacci retracement tool, so you can use them as well. And basically what I want to do is I want to right now see if this also, like if these levels, if they also align with my vision, right? So for example, if I have another confluence right here, that let's say the 0.618 was here, then I have a beautiful short opportunity to take, because I have so many confluences telling me that the price wants to move in a specific direction. So for example, if I take it all the way from here to here, we can see that we are currently almost perfectly rejecting the 0.382, right? Push, pull back, rejection, rejection, and maybe an extension towards 0.27, which is that 50K level that we've been watching. So that could be, right? It could be. I'm not saying it will happen, but it is a level that is rejected often because we have a lot of confluence points that tell us that it wants to be rejected. So if a lot of traders are watching a specific price point, you are likely to reject. Now, my job in a range is to sell the highs, take profits at the point of control, and buy the value area low. I use the volume range profile right here, the fixed range volume profile, in order to determine this. And then I also use some extra confluence points. So for now, the levels I'm looking at, I'll mark them right on the chart for you guys. I did this beforehand. So 59,173 was from yesterday, perfectly hit right here with 0.2% accuracy. Then we have 55,492. I would love to see this being hit actually. So we have some more liquidity to have a push upwards. I really want to see some buying targets being hit right here. I will just scale in on altcoins. Otherwise, I want to see 54,631. If we start to break down here, we have this demand area, and a lot of volume was also around these 54K levels. Then if we zoom out a little bit more, then I still have 50,883 and 63,000 if we start to break above the 60,000 range. So these are the levels I'm looking at. You can use this as a guideline in order to guide you. So whenever Bitcoin moves, usually the altcoin markets moves with it, right? So what I tend to do with my portfolio is I tend to sell some altcoins at the levels of Bitcoin, and then I try to increase my overall holdings in these altcoins. So thank you for watching. I hope this knowledge helps you further in your trading career. I hope this knowledge helps you make a lot of money, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you give me a thumbs up, if you subscribe, and if you leave a comment just sharing with me which coin you want to see, what you think about the video, just basically telling me whether I should continue making these videos or maybe you want to see a different topic. Okay, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.